Hello, my beautiful humans. So, a few of you guys have been asking me why I changed my name here on my YouTube channel. And if you haven't noticed, I have changed my name here on my YouTube channel to Master Sparks. And basically, if you guys want to know why that is, when I was about 8 years old, I think, my dad told me that me and my brother were going to be called Master Sparks one day. And Sparks is my last name. My brother's name is Bryden, and my name is Jordan. And he always told us from that day on, he's like, one day we're going to be a wealthy and well-known, established family, and blah, 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 blah. And if that never happens, you're going to be a rock star, and one day people are going to call you Master Sparks. And basically, my dad said that as like passing it on to his children because he said Master is like what they call, it's like the younger version of Mister. And I've always considered myself such a childlike soul, like I'm totally a Peter Pan, so I would rather be a master forever than a Mister or a Sir. But it was the fact that my dad has passed away and my brother has passed away, and my dad always growing up told me that I would be called Master Sparks one day by lots of people, and everybody was going to call me Master Sparks. And so I figured, why not change my name on my social media and stuff to Master Sparks and see if one day everybody does call me Master Sparks and if my dad was right. And basically, I have thought about this a lot, especially because whenever people ask me for my YouTube channel and then they come back to work or to school or wherever they've met me the next day and they're like, oh, I searched your name, but I could only find the singer Jordan Sparks. And so I feel like this will also help set me apart so that you guys can find me, and as my channel grows, that it sets me apart from the other celebrity Jordan Sparks, because I am not the celebrity Jordan Sparks, but everybody always seems to only find her when they're looking for my content. So that has always been a problem, and that will help set me apart as well. But the other reason that inspired me is because I was rewatching Demi Lovato's documentary, and she was talking about how when she was at church when she was a child, one of the youth ministers was like, had their hand on her and they were speaking tongues, and they told her that she was going to be a leader to tens of thousands of people, and she always believed that, and from that day on she always felt like she had a meaning in life and that she had a purpose and a calling. And I've always felt like it was my calling to do music, and it was my calling to inspire people and to be a leader as well. And my dad always instilled that in me as well, and always told me, you're going to be a rock star one day. You're going to be a rock star one day. And now that he's passed away, I'm like, maybe he was right. Maybe it is all going to happen, and maybe it was all just down to something as small as changing my name to what he thought everybody was going to call me. And so yeah, I don't know. I love the name Master Sparks, and I think it makes sense for me because I am like a Peter Pan, and because my dad told me that one day lots of people were going to call me Master Sparks, and so whenever I see the name Master Sparks or think Master Sparks, I think of my dad, and I think of it as like a legacy to live on more so than just a name that was given to me, like my birth name. So I'm not changing my name in real life. My name is always going to be Jordan Jonas Sparks. This is just kind of like my performer name or my show name, I'm thinking, like that. Just a side note, I wanted to talk about this because I thought it was odd. So Lady Gaga got her name Lady Gaga as an artist because one day Freddie Mercury called her Lady Gaga, and so she decided to use that as her stage name and her performing name. But if you know Freddie Mercury and you know his songs and you know Queen, then it kind of like is shade. It's kind of like a diss that he was calling her Lady Gaga, because in the song, all we hear is Radio Gaga, Radio Goo Goo. That's a song by Queen, by Freddie Mercury, and the song is about how basically video killed the radio star, and that everybody just watches the biggest stars on TV instead of listening to the actual words and the meaning of their songs, and nobody listens to what anybody has to say anymore. And Freddie Mercury was even saying that back in like 1982, I think, is Radio Gaga, that song. But the irony is that song was about how the visual of pop stars has taken over music, even back in the 80s. And so he made the term, or Queen, I guess they didn't even write that song, to be honest. They had a different songwriter, but they coined that term, Radio Gaga. How everybody now was all about that Gaga star and watching the star on TV and not actually listening to the music. So to me, when Freddie Mercury and that's what he was saying was the demise of music, that people were no longer just listening to music for the sake of listening to music and hearing the message. They were just listening to people that they loved to look at, and the greatest stars of the day, like celebrities, were the ones that were making music. And that has definitely continued on through the ages, like even more so now. Everybody and anybody can be a musician or a pop star or have their own album these days. Anybody can go work with a music producer. Is that all going to be great music with great lyrics? No, of course not, but that's not always the point of music. But anyways, I just thought it was funny that Lady Gaga took that as like a huge compliment and decided to make her entire career based off of being called Lady Gaga by Freddie Mercury, when really Freddie Mercury thought the demise of the music industry was these Gaga artists that were all about the look. But that being said, to each their own. You can take an insult or subtle shade as a compliment, of course, because Lady Gaga literally is Gaga. Like, what he was trying to call her, whether he meant it as shade or not, is who she is. Lady Gaga is all about pop culture, and it was always her goal to kind of mend music with style and fashion and all of those things and bring them all together to be a pop icon and to stay relevant, and that's what her goal has always been. So I guess that's probably why she decided to roll with it and be like, you know what, I am Lady Gaga, that is what I am, and that is what I'm about, and just have no shame with it. But yeah, that was, I guess, all I have for this video. Just wanted to talk about that little story with Demi Lovato and with Lady Gaga and explain to you guys why I changed my name. And also, if you guys were waiting for a little update, thanks for all of the advice about my little boy situation and my crush. Well, not a little boy situation, but it's a little situation about a boy, or a man, I guess. Not a boy. But anyways, I did actually end up messaging him and asking him to hang out, so we'll see. I may be a little bit heartbroken. He could leave me on red. He could just not answer at all. He could just say no. He could say yes, but like, I'm trying to not get my hopes up and be super heartbroken about it, but I will be super excited if we do hang out, and I will let you guys know. And yeah, that is it for this video. I love you guys so much, and thank you for supporting my channel, and thanks for asking about why I changed my name. I felt like I owed it to you guys to explain why I did that. And yeah, that is it for this video, as I said a bunch of times already. And as always, make sure to be weird, be wild, and stay sparkly. I love you guys so much. And if you guys could just do me a huge favor and give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, even just to like help engagement, because it is really hard to get your YouTube videos out there these days, and you guys are my biggest advocates and supporters, and you guys help this channel so much. Literally, you guys are the bread and bones of this channel. It would not... Bread and bones? What? What does that even mean? You guys are the bread and butter of this channel. Literally, the channel would be nothing if I didn't have viewers. I would just be talking to myself, and this would just be a video diary. So, like I said, as always, make sure to be weird, be wild, and stay sparkly, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Okay? I love you so much.